Things are really getting bad now. You can just sense it. Can you feel it? It's in the air. The narrative has stepped up quite a bit this week by your central planners, your central overlords. And Stephen Poles, Canada's central banker, has just dropped a hint just how dire things are. They're not going to say it in that manner. It's up to you to understand, to read between the lines. CBC News Business, it was all over all the media today. Negative interest rates an option in Canada, Stephen Poles says. Central banker says Canada could follow the lead of other countries and put benchmark rates below zero. Now you can read this article. Just do a quick search. You'll see that it's being reported by all the establishment media. Not just in Canada, but I'm sure in other places as well. Let me just read a little bit here. Canada could theoretically follow the lead of other countries that have recently gone to negative interest rates in order to stimulate the economy, central banker Governor Stephen Poles told a business audience today after yet another drop in the loonie. Speaking to the Empire Club in Toronto, Poles said moving its benchmark interest rate below zero is something in the Bank of Canada's monetary policy toolkit that the bank may consider down the line. That's a departure from 2009 when the bank said its theoretical lowest possible interest rate was 0.25% because to go lower would have been incompatible with certain financial markets such as money market funds. The bank is now confident that Canadian financial markets could also function in a negative interest rate environment, Poles said in prepared remarks. Now, you can go ahead and continue to read this. I implore you to do so, because I don't ever expect anyone to understand or listen to or even abide by what I'm trying to tell you without at least doing your own research and work yourself, so that you at least have the ability to determine truth from fiction, logic and sound reasoning from propaganda and bullshit. But I mean, think about what a negative interest rate means. That means that you have to pay a central bank to hold your money. I mean, that's how bad things have gone. That's how much your income, your wealth, the money you earn, that's how fast it is being depleted and devalued. That they're saying, hey, it's all good. We could probably just start telling banks and investors and such to place their money in the trust of central planners, and we'll at least reduce the amount of losses you incur, even though we're going to be the ones imposing losses by causing you to have to pay for us to even hold on to your assets, your financial assets. I mean, come on, Canada. Even those of you, and I recognize most of you out there have no grasp of macroeconomics, monetary policy. I get that. But negative interest rates? I mean, surely some little bell must go off in the back of your head and ding, 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 ding. Wait a minute. Wait. Do you not realize that that's some pretty... Well, look throughout history, you'll see that that's just something that Western so-called democracies would never even consider. But here we are. They're talking it up. You're looking in Europe. I mean, look, they're so scared of prices going down. And I mean, think about it. For you as a consumer, do prices going down hurt you? You know it doesn't. You know it doesn't. It's great for an individual, a person, a consumer, a wage slave, a taxer. Price going down, you know that's great. Who, que bono, who benefits by prices being elevated, by inflation continuing? When your wages aren't reflecting the increasing of prices, well, you know the only people benefiting from that are the corporations, the central bankers, and governments. That's it. Governments, by being able to take more money out of the system through increased like tax revenues. Central bankers, by inflation, being able to pay off their debts by stealing from you through inflation to pay for the debts. You, the lowly wage slave, the wage serfs. And corporations, obviously, because it's better for their bottom line if prices increase. Especially if they get their raw materials or their products from other countries that don't have high inflations but have deflation. I mean, central planners love inflation. You, I, the rest of us should never love inflation unless you're talking wage inflation. But you're not seeing that as a direct correlation to prices or the inflation of the money supply. You're not seeing that, are you? So for you, inflation is terrible. It's despicable. It's robbing you. It's an extra tax on your labor, on your productive capacity. Central planners love it, though. And they're hoping that you'll listen to their propaganda and keep giving them what they want. I say no. Be willing to suffer a short term. You already are probably right now. Step it up one little notch or two so that these folks could actually feel that suffering as well. So they feel the power of the people. It's the only thing holding back their power is people like myself. But I'm just a whisper in the dark compared to the throngs and the masses that are screaming and applauding and cheering all this central planning. Pipe down. Step on the side of the good, of the logically consistent, the reasoned, the moral, the compassionate people like myself. Join us. Turn your backs on these corrupt and vile central planners. It's Canadian Libertarian. I love liberty.